with us now, military analyst Colonel Peter Mansoor. Colonel, I don't know, I hope you were paying attention to what Aaron was just saying and seeing there with those tanks going by. What do you think was happening based on your knowledge?
Well, the Israeli ground troops are obviously staging for an assault on Gaza. That means they need to move armor and equipment to the right staging areas and get the soldiers ready, disseminate plans and orders, and then get the fire support ready for the invasion, which I think will probably begin here in a matter of days.
And again, this was the pamphlet that was dropped over Gaza this morning by the IDF, telling people in Gaza, the northern part of Gaza, to evacuate south. You can see right here this dividing line, Wadi Gaza, marshland right here. Some 1 million people being told to move south. What does that message tell you? We'll talk about whether or not it's feasible in a second, but the fact that the IDF was dropping those pamphlets.
Yeah, I think they've telegraphed their hand that they're going to take over the northern part of Gaza, about half the strip. And that would force, they want the civilians out of the area because non-combatant losses obviously would inflame world opinion against Israel. But I don't think moving 1.1 million people out of the area is going to happen. Hamas does not want it to happen because Hamas would actually like to see civilians killed by Israelis. And many of them just simply don't have the capability or anywhere to go, even if they were able to move.
Again, we talk about the population density here, and here is the dividing line. It is the most densely populated area of Gaza, the place they're being told to evacuate from, with more than 25,000 people per square mile, particularly in Gaza City. That's 3 times the density of Los Angeles. What would ground fighting in this area look like, Colonel?
Well, we have a couple of examples in the last 2 decades. One would be the Battle of Fallujah in 2004. But of course, if you remember the Battle of Fallujah, the U.S. troops were able to surround Fallujah and force the civilians to evacuate. So it was a cleaner battlefield, if you will. The second and more likely example is Mosul in 2017, or Raqqa, when the Islamic State was destroyed by a combination of U.S. air power and Iraqi and Kurdish forces. Those areas were absolutely devastated by the fighting. And that, I think, is a more likely possibility going forward. The Israelis will attempt to stay within the rules of war, and they will try to limit non-combatant losses, but it's simply not possible given the terrain and the strategic or the tactical problem facing them.
Colonel Peter Mansoor, thank you for sticking around and explaining all this to us. Be well. All the best, sir.